In 1931, the deadliest natural disaster in history is about to occur. It is the winter of 1930 in China, and until now there's been very little precipitation and has been in drought for years. However, this winter that changes. It snows heavily, covering the entire country. In spring, the snow melts and flows into the Yangtze River. Also during this time is one of the highest amounts of rainfall recorded, with 9 monsoons and 1.5 years of worth of rain in a single month. All this flows into the Yangtze River, swelling it even more. This amount of water is too much for the dikes to hold, as much of the funding provided for the construction of dikes was moved towards military spending. The water rushes through towns, such as Wuhan, in which an estimated 150,000 people are killed. This is not the deadliest part of the flood, however. The flood forced millions of people to live in refugee camps. In these camps, disease was rife, killing an estimated 2 million people. Hundreds of thousands also starved to death, as the flood had destroyed most of the grain storage. People were desperate for food, selling their possessions for essentially nothing, and in some cases, selling their children and wives. The people who bought these possessions would then later sell them back after the flood at exorbitant prices, which led to long-term poverty. China's economy was also severely damaged, with each family having lost an average of 1.5 years' worth of net income, and one of the main income routes destroyed. Relief was mainly seen in the local areas, with a relief fund sending up an area to get food and water, temples converted into refugee camps, teams to remove corpses, and traditional medical practitioners helping with starvation and exposure. Relief from the government was quite hard to get in the areas, as China was in a civil war and undergoing a Japanese invasion. Also, trains could not get in as they were blocked by refugee camps made on the embankments which held the tracks. The Yangtze River flooded during July of 1931 and did not recede until November, with water heights reaching up to 16 meters. The true death toll is not known, but there's an estimated that up to 4 million died. The government then rebuilt 2,000 kilometers of dikes and enough earthworks to encircle the equator. However, these measures would not be successful, as the dikes would fail again in 1935.